Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about why I believe today's market is a golden opportunity if you're a buyer. So to do that, let's compare two houses that are in the same tract, one from the old market and one in today's market. So let's take home number one. This is the home from the old market. It sold on April 1st earlier this year, 2022. It's about 1,300 square feet, listed at $859,000, but it sold for $940,000 and it sat on the market for 8 days. So almost 10% over the list price. Sheesh, I do not miss that market. Now let's take home number two. So this is in today's market. It's about 1,400 square feet, listed at $821,000, and it's been sitting on the market for 29 days. So let's take these two homes, one from the old market, one from the new market, and plug them into a mortgage calculator and see how the different markets affect those two buyers financially. So let's take home number one. Let's say that buyer put 20% down. That would make the loan amount $752,000. Let's say that interest rate was 3.25%. That sounds about right for May's interest rates. That monthly payment would come out to $3,273. Now let's take home number two, the home that's active right now in today's market. So it's listed at $821,000. It's been sitting on the market for 29 days. They're using an open door agent. So let's go ahead and cut that down to $800,000. That's if the buyer's agent's doing a good job. So let's say that buyer puts 20% down. Their loan amount is going to be $640,000. Let's use an interest rate of 5.5% because they got good credit. They're well qualified. That monthly payment would come out to $3,634. Now I know what you're probably thinking. That's a lot of what ifs in this new market situation. But honestly, with the trends and conditions that I've noticed, it's not an unlikely scenario. So let's talk a little bit more about the differences in the conditions between the old market and today's market. So in the old market, that buyer might have had to remove all their contingencies up front. They also might have had to settle for their fourth or fifth choice house because of all of the competition that was in the market 6 months ago. What they for sure did though was bid almost 10% over the asking price to get into that home. In today's market, the buyer could probably get into escrow without competing against other offers. And they could probably negotiate for a lower price because it's been sitting on the market for 29 days. So what about the future? Well, for home one, they're probably not looking to refinance anytime soon. They got an excellent rate. But for home two, experts are predicting that mortgage rates are actually going to come back down. So for home number two, they can actually refinance when interest rates come down to a normal rate around 4.5%. Historically, mortgage rates always come down during recessions. Now the Fed, they're going to continue to raise interest rates. We can expect multiple rate hikes in the near future. So the Fed is going to continue to push the economy further into a recession. And eventually, the rates will have to come back down again. So let's plug that forecast into a mortgage calculator. Let's keep the down payment and the loan amount the same, but change the interest rate to 4.5%. And look, the monthly payment for home number two just became $391 cheaper. Now, to wrap it up, let's compare the three markets: the old market, the market we're in now, and the forecasted market. So in the end, who do you think really won? You could argue it was buyer number one because they've been building equity longer, and that is true. You could argue though that home number two won because they got a lower price and they got a lower tax base. They also got their first choice home because there weren't as many buyers out there. Those buyers are waiting for the rates to come down. But because buyer number two isn't like those other buyers, they're getting a better price. If you wait for the rates to come back down, you're waiting to compete against all of those other buyers again, and you might have to settle for your fourth, fifth, maybe 10th choice home. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you back next time. Cheers.